thank you very much for Governor Healy, Lieutenant Governor Driscoll, their administration for entrusting the two of us in this new role as we take on Interim Secretary for myself, Undersecretary for Jonathan, and leading a fantastic team at MassDOT and building upon the successes that we've had as a transportation agency under Secretary Monica Tibbetts-Nutt. Going forward, I also want to acknowledge that my commitment and my dedication to MBTA General Manager is not going to change. I am going to stay as committed, as focused on delivering and making sure that the positive results that we're seeing today continue and get even better. And working together with MassDOT and MBTA, mass transportation, highways and bridges, even local streets, they all go together creating a well-balanced transportation network. This synergy is only going to help strengthen what we believe transportation can do for the Commonwealth. So I think with that, I want to open up to some questions, and Jonathan and I will both be available to take any.
Well, the obvious question that you sort of addressed there, but aren't you going to be spreading yourself too thin? We've got one less person doing one of the many jobs around the state.
Well, if I thought that, I wouldn't have taken the role. Really, the significance of this is building strong teams. I really have a strong team at MBTA, and we have strong teams at MassDOT, and that's the way we build successful teams. We empower the teams, we help make them successful, we put them in a position where their needs are our challenges to make sure we provide all of our workforce with those things. So, no, I'm not worried about my capabilities of doing that, because it really is about the teams behind me, my leadership team on both sides, MassDOT and MBTA. You know, my vision is what the public is expecting of us, is to be able to deliver sound, reliable transportation, deliver meaningful projects, and to make sure that transportation is not something that they have to think about. They can just do it and know it's there. And I think whether you're driving a car or you want to use mass transportation, you need both. You really do. And I've been on both sides, and I've always said this before. You can't build enough highways and bridges to eliminate mass transportation. You can't build enough mass transportation and not need highways and bridges. All of them go together, and all the modes are important. So my vision is going to be really what I know the public is looking for. How do we make our transportation network, including our RTAs, and all work together to actually make that connectivity and the freedom of moving, helping support communities, support housing, support business development, and really allow people to enjoy everything that the Commonwealth and the whole Northeast area has to enjoy.
Have you spoken with Margaret Tibbetts-Nutt at all, and do you have any insight into why she made this decision?
We have communicated with each other. You know, she has spent many years helping this administration, helping MassDOT, and helping myself in terms of the success that we've had. I don't know what her next plans are, but, you know, working together in partnership together, we've had a lot of successes, and I wish her well. You know, I'm going to treat this as if I'm in the role. I'm not worried about interim tag. My goal, just like any, is to make sure whenever my term is done, I'm going to leave it in a place where it's successful, even beyond what I've done.
Are you a candidate for the permanent position, though?
And that's not been discussed. Really, this is for me to assist and work with the MassDOT team to really build on the things that are happening right now in transportation, because transportation is essential to all of the things that the public is expecting.
Would you be open to holding it beyond the interim, though?
I'm open to holding it as long as it's needed, and I'm open to supporting the public and the Commonwealth in any way. I've been blessed to have the privilege and honor to do what I've done at MBTA under the Healy-Driscoll administration, and it's the same privilege and honor to be able to do both right now.
Will anybody at the TV stepping in to help cover some of the duties as you run additional with the state transportation department?
I think what I made clear to my team this morning in MassDOT is I intend to stay just as engaged as I've been with MBTA. And I know that doesn't sound feasible, but it is, because, again, they know what they're doing. MassDOT people know what they're doing. And really what I've done is really empower them. Once we're all moving in the same direction, I don't need to be told every single thing. We know how to operate. We know how to do highways and bridges. It really is empowering the team giving them the tools, giving them the clear direction. It is, I think you're seeing the successes from MBTA, and those are going to continue.
If one person can do both jobs, why were they two jobs in the first place?
That's not my answer. What I will say, though, is that it's about the teams beneath us. It really is. And I know so many times I get the accolades for what's happening, but it really is the folks behind me, the leadership team that we put together, the collaboration amongst them. And now that collaboration is going to be even stronger between MassDOT and MBTA, and that's going to be a huge benefit to the Commonwealth.
You've been focused on trains for the most part for the past, quite a while. This is a much larger scope. What challenges are you foreseeing ahead?
Well, any transportation system, when you serve such a wide geographic area, and I've been in the highway and bridge side as well. I've, in fact, more years on that side than I've been on the mass transit side. However, when you're in transportation, you're interacting with all of these entities. The real challenge is when you're looking at projects, local issues, you need to also look at it globally, because any decisions that you make locally do affect the entire corridor. Any decisions that you make in one hand could impact someone else. So it really is, how do you open up those lines of communication, have transparent dialogue with the public and the communities that we serve, and really make sure that we're all moving in the right direction and people are aware of the decisions that are being made and why they're being made.
Speaking of specific projects, do you have any update on the Lynn Bridge? Of course, there's had a lot of headlines this morning and concern from residents and drivers.
I've gotten some briefings on that. The team is working really quickly on materials and repairs, and I don't have any update to share right now, but I can assure you that it's of urgency to get that bridge reopened.
Bill, you're inheriting a messy situation with the service plazas and Appleton. What are you going to do differently than Secretary Tibbetts-Nutt did as you go back out to bid for a new service plaza operator?
Procurements, what I'd like to do is evaluate exactly what went on. I know that procurement from afar was done in a transparent way. Having said that, one of the things that I've been focused on at the T, and I'm going to focus on at MassDOT, is how do we get more competition? How do we get more interest in doing these projects? And was that structured in a way that maybe we can change it a little bit to encourage more bidders? And I don't know if Jonathan wants to add a little bit to that, but I think it was the right decision to rebid it, and I'm looking forward to putting that out there and giving the Commonwealth and the riders, rest areas that they can be proud of.
And, just to add to what Phil just said, this, as we announced yesterday, we're going to take the next couple of months as we prepare for reprocurement and really look at what the market can do, where we think we can do better, maybe specify some different things in our procurement documents. So we're really going to be evaluating all the different options, and our goal is to deliver the best service plazas for the travelers in Massachusetts and at the best value for taxpayers.
Last question. One of the challenges blue states seem to be facing is the threat of funding to transportation projects being cut from the Trump administration. How do you plan to deal with that? Do you have any thoughts about that?
No matter how we approach federal grants, prior administration, current administration, they're all competitive. We need to comply with the requirements to win them. We need to comply with the requirements to actually receive those grants. So really going forward is building on the strong relationships that we have currently, whether it is federal highways, USDOT, whether it's FRA, FTA. It's important for us to have regular communications with them so we're understanding as things change, how do we adapt. I am very confident going forward that we can find opportunities to continue to pursue grants. It's all competitive. We have so many worthy projects that are ongoing and worthy projects that we can pursue dollars going forward. It really is just us maintaining that relationship with our federal partners and demonstrating that when we get those dollars, whether it's federal, state, local, that we can deliver on those results and deliver those projects more timely and make sure that the projects are what the public is expecting.
Will you still be showing up when there's T problems, showing up on the streets like you do?
I will show up wherever I need to show up because it's important for the public to know that I'm going to be engaged. I am not going to step back from any of the things that I'm doing. it's important. And I have been trying to get out to more of the Commonwealth anyway, because I think even if the T wasn't serving the community directly, they need to know what we're doing at the T, because at the end of the day, it is connectivity to everyone else. This just allows me now to have, when I get out to other parts of the state where the T is not currently, it allows me to have that dialogue with them and be in totality what transportation means.
Great, thank you so much, everyone.